record to the cloud. Okay, we are recording. Okay, awesome. So guys, Katie Bevington is a rock star. She is an ambassador, a top income earner, and she's crushing it on Instagram. So when we did a team call the other night, you know, we've done a lot of social media training, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I give you guys my best, but I have not unlocked the code of Instagram, and I actually lost my Instagram in October, so I'm rebuilding. So she is here to give us her best tips, tricks, whatever for building Instagram. And then if we have a few minutes, you know, if you have any questions specifically, drop them in the chat and we'll get to those if we can. So thank you so much, girl. I appreciate this.
You're so welcome.
So do you want to just jump in and just kind of give us the spiel of what you would, you know, tell your team or how you would train on Instagram?
Okay, so Instagram is something that changed my business, you guys. Like, I was strictly Facebook for the longest time, but Facebook plays a lot of games, and I just am not here for being blocked on everything, taking like, it does too many things. And so I also feel like Facebook is like it's more of like the match.com, and Instagram's like Tinder. Okay. So if you want to move your business a lot quicker, you'll use Instagram to do that. Facebook is great for like that consistent long-term people watching it, you know, for a little while. Instagram, people are just like, yes, 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 yes. And so I built Instagram. I was afraid of Instagram for a long time because it's intimidating. It's different. It's not the same as Facebook. You cannot treat the platforms the same. And so I didn't really jump in until a girl on my team was like, why are you not doing Instagram? Like, I'm getting people so much faster. And I was like, hi, I don't know if I could do that. I'm not like bloggy or whatever. And so basically I ended up diving in because she was signing a lot of distributors, and I got started. And basically, you guys, Instagram, unlocking the key to Instagram is one, figuring out what are you passionate about and how can you create that into a page on Instagram where you can talk about these subjects. I say really, you want to pick like one main thing and then kind of have a couple of floating topics around it. It's content creation and really just coming up with like, it's the best platform to talk about things that you love, because you're going to build an audience there on things that you love. And then people are just naturally going to be attracted to what you're doing and watching. I use Instagram stories every single day religiously. I have at least 10 to 15 slides up every single day. I try to get closer to 15, and if maybe sometimes 20, but I don't do 20 every day just because you don't want to overwhelm your feed. But I'm talking about my lifestyle 24/7, and not so much it works 24/7. I put it works in there and I mix it in like a little commercial here and there. That way, when I'm posting about it, people are like, oh, what's that? Because it's not something that's so like upfront and in your face. When I'm posting about it, it pulls them in. So you guys, when I'm posting about the products, I'm getting over 100 people interested at a time just because I'm posting about the products, and I'm not shoving it like, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this every day. I'm using the products in my story every day. I'm talking about my results. I'm talking about, you know, why I'm passionate about the products, but I'm not saying buy it every day. And so when I do say, hey, I'm opening up some tester positions, or I'm opening up, you know, a sale or whatever, people are like jumping on it so crazy. And so it's very quick. Same thing with distributors, because I'm showing my lifestyle all the time, what I'm doing. You know, I'm homeschooling. I'm a mom of 2. I talk about my kids a lot. I just talk about the things that I love. I love to exercise, eat well, and I love to shop. So that's my other thing. But people love to see what I'm doing every day. It's just basic stuff. And I know some people feel like, oh, well, I'm boring and I don't have a lot to talk about. What I'm telling you is I'm boring. If you really think about it, I wake up, I use the product, I talk to my kids all day, and then we, make dinner and go to bed. So that's pretty much the life that I live. I'm sure you live a similar one, but yet I still have tons of content. I have thousands of people watching my story every single day. And it's just simply me living my life. Think about, why do you follow the people that you follow on YouTube? Why do you follow bloggers? And when they post their stories, what are you watching? Them talking about their life, what they're eating, what Starbucks drink they just got. What do they just go and buy from the store with their little shopping hauls? Them doing makeup, their favorite makeup products, their favorite health products, their favorite, like there's so many things people are talking about, and yet they're not getting paid to do that, but yet you do get paid to do those things. So think about starting off simplifying. What are 3 to 5 things you're extremely passionate about? You need to find those 3 to 5 things. And this can be health and wellness. This can be working out. This can be cooking, baking, DIYing, crafting, hair, makeup, doesn't matter. It can literally be anything that you're passionate about. Okay. put those down in a little category and write subcategories. For example, for me, health and wellness is huge. So I love talking about like healthy recipes, quick, easy snacks. I do Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday to share a tip on how to stay well. I talk about the supplements that I'm using. I talk about, exercising, benefits of exercising. I'm always like, there's so many things you can talk about under the health and wellness umbrella. And so I use that as my main category, and I share things all the time about that. And it makes it simple, because if I ever need any help or I'm like not feeling inspired, I could just go to Pinterest and type in health and wellness tips. And there's tons you can get from there to be inspired and shared on your own personal page. And so then you have people paying attention to you. Your main thing on Instagram, if you guys can't already tell, I use attraction marketing 150%. But I started doing attraction marketing about 2.5 years ago. And it took me, I would say, 60 days of really consistent effort on Instagram, like 10 to 15 slides a day, really talking about my life. And I do post very direct slides too, like my story. I have slides that I've created on, over or whatever. And I post those and I talk about my story in my post, but I'm really utilizing my life and me and my passions and throwing it into like lifestyle. Like it works is in my lifestyle, and not so much my lifestyle's in it works. So I'm sharing more of my lifestyle and using it works as a commercial, because let's think about it. Do you turn on your TV to watch a commercial? No, right? Nobody does. So when you see the commercials, they hook you though. A new restaurant can say, oh, I've got this really awesome burger, this really awesome steak dinner, and they're going to pull you in, or it's going to be a sale. I mean, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched cable in years, but I have, I use Instagram, obviously. Instagram ads, when you're scrolling through stories and there's an ad for a boutique that comes up, or an ad for makeup comes up, or an ad for something that catches your attention, your phone's listening to you anyways. So when they pull that up, you want to click it. Right? So you're watching everybody else, which is like the show, but then the commercial comes up, that little ad, and you're interested. And sometimes, like me, I ignore it probably the first time, unless it's like really good. I'll click it the first time, but I'll ignore it, or I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then I keep going, but then it keeps popping up. And then what happens when it pops up several times over the next few days or the next few weeks? You buy it. Has anybody else done that? Like you finally get suckered in, right? You're just like, yeah, I got to try it. So what happens is when you're talking about your life so much and you put it works in the commercials, in your stories, in your posts, then they're seeing that commercial every once in a while and they're like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks cool. And then you're going to hit the nail on the head with something that you say, and they're going to immediately be suckered in. So me telling my story, that means, okay, well, I'm going to talk about my story this way. I talk about my story a really good time with slides. I would say like once a week, like where I actually make the slides, post them, and I talk about a story from something in my past. So, and this can be anything, and it's never something extravagant. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. It's like, I got into a huge fight with my husband, over a $3 slice of pizza. And then I talk about how that almost put us in overdraft before I started this business. And then another time to talk about how I had the extreme coupon to buy groceries. And so then I'm going to talk about groceries in my story. So I'm always talking about something. And every time that I do anything that involves money, I always say, I'm so thankful for this business because now I'm able to buy groceries, even if it's not my story slides. I'm so thankful I can have this quality time with my kids. If I wouldn't have started this business, I would never have that. This isn't me saying join It Works or join my team. This is me saying because of this business, I can do these things. And I'm always saying, oh my gosh, I'm showing when I get Amazon packages. I'm showing when I'm doing things. I'm crossing things off my dream board. I'm doing every single thing that's so normal that everybody else does. Every time I get gas in my car, every time we have to, whenever I get new glasses or I'm going to whatever I'm doing, I'm always talking about this business has done this for me. And so people are constantly seeing this is what this business has done for me. And then when I go, oh, I'm opening positions. Oh, I want info. And then they're ready to go because I showed them info. They see what I'm able to do. And then I tell them how I do it. And then they're in. Same thing with the products. I've lost weight. I feel good. I'm in the best shape of my life because of these products. And I'm sharing I share my before and afters, you guys, multiple times a week. So they're not just seeing what is the business doing for me multiple times a week. They're seeing what the product is doing for me. And in their eyes, I'm living it up. I'm living the best life ever because I'm getting paid to look good. And so I'm sharing constantly, and it's not in a spammy way. Again, I'm always sharing very blog-like type. So I'm sharing, this is me, when I first started working out 6 months ago and taking care of myself very seriously. And now this is me today. I'm showing my corporate approved before and after. And then I'm also constantly showing my results, like just a picture of me in the mirror, wow, my pants are fitting amazing. Wow, these pants don't fit anymore. Oh my gosh, can you guys see these muscles coming in? Like, I'm always talking about how good I feel, how good I look, how my clothes are fitting. Wow, I never thought I'd be able to wear a crop top again after 2 kids, but here I am. And so people are constantly seeing everything in my life. And yes, be very natural. I always share my true self. You guys, I don't get done up every day of the week. I love to be bougie and get done up. I will say I do. But you can see that in my pictures. Like in my Instagram pictures, I always take good pictures. But in my Instagram story, you can see like all the real life stuff of me, because I want people to see that side of me. I want them to see that I can get done up, but I'm also most of the time a mom of 2 who's homeschooling and just living on a prayer. And so they can see both sides and relate to, I think every woman wants to be pretty and done up and feel good about themselves and have all of those fun things, but they also need to see that that's not always how we are. We have the real life side of things. And I talk about my struggles, meaning, sometimes I don't feel like, cooking dinner. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like taking care of myself. And so I relate to people and say, this is how I'm feeling. And I also give them, tips on how to overcome things. So basically what I'm saying is your content should be as authentic as possible. Be you. Share what you love. Talk about your everyday life, because you're not boring. You're just like everybody else, and everybody else is watching everybody else live their life through a screen. And so you sharing your life is going to get you that constant, people saying like, oh, she's so consistent. She's always on here. And when they watch your stories, they're going to get hooked to see what you're doing, especially when you go on there and you need to go on and share your goals. Have you told your Instagram what you're doing this year? That's what you need to do, because I don't just say like, I have a huge dream board, you guys, and I'm not going to go on and say, I'm doing these 50 things this year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, this is my next goal, and I'm going to do this in the next 30 days. People are going to watch me do this in the next 30 days. And when they see that, guess what? I said I was going to do it. I did it. And now people want to sign up because I did it. Same thing with my workout, my exercising, losing weight or getting more fit or whatever your goal is. People want to see that. Even if you're doing just hair, skin, and nails, I'm going to grow my hair out, by using this supplement. And then you talk about how your hair is growing and update them with the progress. It's all about being authentic and just being on there so they can see you. If you're inconsistent on Instagram, you're not going to get anywhere. Now, let's talk about getting up followers and getting your views up. Okay. So getting your views up is really important. Obviously, we don't want to post for nobody to see, because that won't work either. So getting views up has everything to do with interaction. Are you engaging with your people? Okay. Do you comment on people's photos? And I'm not saying don't be weird, but when people are posting something, compliment you something that you would genuinely like to see on your photo. So if somebody was going to comment on your photo, what would make you feel good? Probably something like, oh my gosh, your makeup looks amazing. Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. I love this photo of you. You look great like this. Somebody changes their hair up. They're like, oh, new hair or whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, I love that look on you. Your baby's so cute. I always say something that's like, it's as if they're my best friend. I'm just talking to them because I want them to say, oh, who's Katie Bevington? Let me go to her profile. They go to my profile and Instagram recognizes, oh, this girl went to Katie's profile. They go to my profile. Then they're like, oh my gosh, she's just like me. Or she's talking about this business where she's making money. Or she's talking about how she got fit and lost all this weight and she's feeling so good. And then all of a sudden they want to stalk me and see how I'm doing it, because I'm not just putting everything out there like, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. You have to ask me if you really want to know. And so then I obviously get their information. So it's it's basically the same thing, but you want to comment, because not everybody's going to see your stuff. And that's important to remember. If you think that you're posting and Instagram's pushing out your content, no, that's not how it works. You get people to see your content. And now when you comment and they click your profile to see who you are, Instagram is going to put your story at the front of their line, like at the front of their Instagram storyline. So then they're going to keep watching. And then when they watch, Instagram's like, oh, she likes seeing her story. So we're going to put it at the front. And then guess what? They watch it again. And Instagram says the same thing. And so you're going to stay at the front of their feed. So engage every single day. Comment anywhere from 25 to I would say 25 to 35 posts a day. Like just go through and comment something genuine. And just obviously don't do it like at laser speeds. Don't copy and paste, because that's going to flag you, but just commenting genuine things, that's going to get your views up. Also, something else that's going to get your views up is being consistent on it every single day, because people want to see that stuff every single day. And getting followers has everything to do with you being consistent on following people and commenting on their stuff and liking their stuff and engaging. So I go through my stories. Like I follow people and I go through stories and I go through and I will respond. So if I follow somebody and I see they have the little ring around their picture, I'll click it, see what they posted. I'll swipe up and I'm going to talk to them. whatever, if I can, if it's something that's like a meme and you're just like, okay, I don't know what to say, then I don't say anything because that's obviously weird. But if it's something where I can like start a conversation, I'm going to start a conversation, but I'm not going to bring up it works. I'm just going to be their friend. Being people's friends is what's going to bring people in and pay attention to you versus just be like, hey girl, you want to join my team or buy some products? They're instantly going to be like, meh, no. So you want to get them to trust you and see how you're a real authentic person, that you care about your people you're following, and then they're going to want to follow you back. Another great way to get your following up, a little bit unrelated to Instagram, but it's TikTok, okay? TikTok will blow that following up so quickly and will help you to get people faster. If you make TikToks and you put in your thing, like even if it's a non-business related TikTok or non-product related TikTok, and you're just doing something, follow me on IG, people follow you on IG. And I can tell you guys, my following went up over 5,000 in 3 days just from like 3 TikToks because they like started taking off and people wanted to see what I'm doing. And not everybody's going to sign up right away. Make sure that like creating a bomb Instagram is going to take you a little bit of time, but it pays off. Now, as far as getting more likes and engagement, because this is important, you have to have good photos. Okay. So you can't just be like, if I were to take a photo where I'm at right now, my lighting sucks. So you're not going to take a photo in the closet. You don't want to take a photo in a dim room. You want to look outside of a window and let that natural light hit you. And then you take a photo, or go outside and take a photo, because you want that natural lighting. The better quality of the photo, the more attention it gets. And this has nothing to do with how pretty you are. This has everything to do with the quality of the photo. Instagram is not Facebook. Facebook, you can throw up anything and it's going to get likes. Okay. Instagram, you have to have a quality photo, meaning it has to be clear, crisp, and like just like a good aesthetically pleasing photo. So make sure you have good quality photos. And it's not, don't go to a photographer. Y'all have an iPhone, just use the iPhone, okay? And it'll take a good photo for you. Make sure that you have consistent content. So don't take a selfie in the same way. I don't know about y'all, but I have like the same selfie pose. Like I can't do another selfie another way. I just like to do it the same way. So I know that in my content, I'm not posting a selfie with me in the same position over and over again. My rule of thumb, you guys can look at my Instagram, is to change it up so it's not just an up close selfie. So if I have an up close selfie, then the next photo is like me with maybe one of my kids and I'm like standing a little bit farther back. So there's variation in your Instagram. So people, when they go there, it's not just like 30 selfies, if that makes sense. Instagram, again, is not Facebook. So you have to have that variety. If you're one of your favorite things to do is cook, food, post food. Everybody loves food. Talk about food. Talk about your kids. Talk about what your workouts. Talk about your passions. It could be anything, but make sure it's not just a million selfies, because that's going to blow your Instagram right into the water. And people want to see more than just that. So this could be an outfit of the day. This could be, really think about anything, but like just don't post the same thing over and over. And if you take a bunch of pictures, because content tip, when I'm taking my content photos, I always take a bunch of my photos in the same day, but I do different outfits. So I might take 2 good pictures in one shirt, but then I'm going to go inside, I'm going to put another one on, and then I'm going to take another picture for later. I do not get done up every day. I do not have time for that. I do not record my TikToks in one day because I do not take TikToks every single day because I don't have time to do that either. I do everything in one day. So one day I have IG content creation, which is all my photos. And then one day I have TikTok days where I do all my TikToks. And so then I post them all at the same time. And so basically, you want to start planning out your content as you go. You want to know what you're going to be talking about throughout the week, because if you try to think about how many people on here work, you guys have other jobs besides this, right? So you're probably busy. Yeah. And so isn't it hard sometimes after a long day of work to try to think of a good post? You're like not even inspired. You're just so tired. You're like, I don't know what to talk about right now because all I want to do is go to bed. When you already pre-plan your content, come up with ideas, figure out what you're going to talk about. I love you. So think about what you're going to talk about for the rest of the week. You guys, I have content calendars for the entire month before the month even gets here. That way I know what I'm going to talk about. So on the days I'm not inspired, I already know what I'm going to talk about because I already have my post ready. I've got the photos ready. I'm good to go. And this makes business faster because I don't have to spend time thinking during the day after being exhausted with kids all day. I don't have to spend time looking for a photo because I already have that done. And so that'll take that stress off of you. So on your KPI list, when it says, post, it's already done. So take a day of the week to plan, what are you going to post for the week, and have it ready to go. So when you do it, you just wake up in the morning, copy from your notes or wherever you're putting it, paste, and go. And it's done. Your first step of your KPI is already done for the day. So keeping it in consistency, you guys, I know I said this before, but I'm saying it again. You have to post daily on Instagram. You have to post on your story daily on Instagram. Posting inconsistently will not get you attention. Okay. People follow on Instagram. People are following you for content. They're not following you just to check your status once in a while. They're following you. Think about Instagram is really like the platform for bloggers. So you going out there and you talking about something and giving people a reason to follow you is why they're going to follow you. So if you're not posting, you're going to lose a lot of followers versus game. I am public on Instagram. I prefer being public on Instagram because you'll get put on the discover page. I don't really use hashtags, but I do use location. Always tag your location. Like wherever you are, tag it. Whether you're in your city, if you're at Starbucks, if you're at TJ Maxx, wherever, you always tag your location. And then the best thing to do is when you tag that location, click it once it's posted and then see who's around you doing those same things. Somebody else who tagged themselves at TJ Maxx, wow, you're probably obsessed with this store just like I am. So I'm going to follow you. And then when I start talking about TJ Maxx, she's going to be like, oh my God, you got that from TJ Maxx. I'm going to go to TJ Maxx. And then I'm also making friends because they're local too. So you can have local team. You'll find people that are, then you'll end up finding people farther away on Instagram too. You guys, Instagram's been amazing, but this also will be able to build you from all different types of areas and kind of demographics too, because I don't want just one type of person. I want people from all over because I know that that's going to grow my team exponentially versus just like the one type of person that relates just to me. So I think that's pretty much it. Do you have any specific questions? I know that was a lot.
No, that was really good. I was watching the chat blow up. I think everyone was really enjoying it. Okay, so does anyone have any specific questions? Drop them in the chat. I was looking at your page. So you guys, if you go look at Katie's page, she does exactly what she says. Like she alternates her photos. I don't even see any It Works photos. I mean, you're not even posting about the products or anything on your timeline or your feed or your grid or whatever they call it on Instagram. So you don't do that at all? Like coffee pictures, right. Anything?
I don't drink the coffee because I can't have caffeine. So if I could drink coffee, it would be so different, but it's really hard for me to I'm really passionate about like the celery juice and all like the nutritional line. I use BFF hardcore celery and now these gummies, man. So those things are like my focus, but I talk about them in my story every day. You'll see me make it every day. And I talk about, I probably should have said this in my stories. I make a variation of what I'm doing. So it's not boring. So if you come to my story every day, you're not going to see me doing the same exact thing. So some days it'll be me drinking my celery juice and then posting a picture after saying, oh my gosh, I love this celery juice. I feel amazing. It's just like my stomach being super flat now because of the celery juice. Then another day I'm making the celery juice. This is so easy. This all you do is put this powder in the water. I mix it up with my little frothy thing and then I chug it. Celery in 15 seconds is what I say. And then I'm like, and it does this and I list the benefits. Don't show a picture of me that day. So and then like the next day it could be something totally different. It could just be like product slides about the celery. But basically you want to make it variated, I guess. And so people will always see something new when they come to your page. And I rotate out what I'm doing. But on my actual feed, I don't talk a lot about the products. I talk about the business more in my posts and the products in my stories. But I do talk about it like occasionally in my posts, but mostly it's in my stories because I get a lot more attention on my stories.
Okay. And so you post how many times in your feed a day? How many pictures do you post a day on Instagram? Just one?
One. Yep.
And then you do your stories. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you said to get your story views up, it's just interacting with other people's stories.
Yes, you have to watch and engage. So when I watch stories, like this is the longest part of my day is engaging every single day, watching, swiping up, talking. And I'm never I'm just talking literally about what they're talking about. And I follow a lot of like-minded people. Like I know Brandy, you're very similar, like very natural minded, things like that. So it's easy to talk to them because if they're talking about something else that I'm interested, like I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd you get this? Or, oh my gosh, I love this so much. Like even the simplest things, like somebody today was just talking about straight up like breastfeeding. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing all these tips. It's so empowering. And people then we have a conversation about breastfeeding and I've never talked to her before. So I'm just simply talking and just using that as I'm making friends. And when they trust you, they're going to talk to you. The only reason people don't reach out is because they're afraid. They feel intimidated because let's be real. You have the balls to be on your Instagram story talking. Nobody really has the balls to do that. Like that's not in like network marketing or whatever. They're not going to do that. So they're like, wow, she's so confident. She's so bold and she's, brave and all these things. And they're intimidated to talk to you because they want to be like you. They want to be able to do those things. And so when you talk to them and show them, hey, I'm a real life, like I'm a real person, then they're more like open to hearing about what it is. And then also hearing like how it all works and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyways, talk on your stories.
That was really good. No, that's awesome. And you guys, I've shared with you, that's the one thing that I try to be very consistent in is in my stories. I haven't figured out TikTok, we're on Instagram. I'm tired. I haven't figured out, it's been a long day, I think, for everybody in the entire world today, but I have not figured out gaining a bunch of followers or getting my views up yet, but I am very consistent in my stories with the celery and the coffee. And I do get a lot of responses from my stories and people saying that they see me do it. Like I got on the phone with a couple potentials because of the gummies in the past few days. And I heard them, like, as I'm listening to them, they're like, oh yeah, and I know exactly how you make your coffee. And I bought the little frother that you do. And like, they were saying things to me. I'm like, wow, you really were paying attention. You've never talked to me about these products, but they literally knew my entire morning routine because I'm so consistent. So definitely consistency is key. Let me check the chat real quick. Okay, everyone's just kind of saying the same things you're saying, consistency. They're repeating it back. If nobody has any questions, we can let Katie go about her evening. She's crazy busy getting ready to head to Florida for the premiere, all the things going on. So we can let her jump off and we can finish on our training. So going once, going twice.
Wait. No, I asked if you missed it. It was up in the it was up in the questions. Katie, do you do host to post in your stories?
I don't do host to post on Instagram because for me, I haven't figured out a way to make it easy to like get the response. Like if I ask somebody to post on their story, then I have to rely on them to give me the answers. I honestly, you guys, I use Facebook solely for my host to post. Like I stay consistent on Facebook just so my host to post people can like see me on there. But I get every single one of my distributors and customers for like, well, not because I get customers on post obviously, but like from Instagram, I get tons from Instagram, but I do also get a lot from TikTok. So like right now I have over 15,000 applications from TikTok that I'm still going through from December. I'm only on, I think today I finally hit 2,700 that I went through. I signed almost 300 distributors in the past like 60 days. So I've been busy, but this is the best part about it is when you have your good Instagram going, when you collab, because you guys, TikTok is the app of the future. Like it's our newest thing. And so people are on here like crazy, but then they come to Instagram and they're seeing me talk about everything. So it gives me that credibility of, hey, I'm on Instagram and you could check out my life on here and you see that I'm a real person because TikTok isn't really like personal, just random, But get yourself out there, like be bold and share your story, use the product, share your results. That's going to sell it a million times over. People love to see that authenticity. And especially when you show your true self, your natural following, like people will be so loyal to you. They will love you and see like what you're all about. People are just craving that because there's a lot of people who aren't authentic and it makes us feel like self-conscious, like, oh my gosh, I could never be like that. So when you show that you're successful, you're having success and you could be like that, oh my gosh, they just flock to you.
That's awesome. Monica, was that what you were looking for?
Yes, thank you.
Goodbye.
Ain't no goodbye. Hush.
Goodbye. Okay, so there was another question in the chat. What is your name on TikTok? What's your TikTok handle?
Everything is Katie.Bevington.
Okay. Definitely go look her up on TikTok. We're all just learning TikTok. That's something I just started diving into. So we did a pretty in-depth training on that about a week ago. But we're always looking for new people to follow and new ideas. All right, awesome. So last chance, anyone want to unmute? You have any questions?
Yes. This is Brandy. Where do you get okay, so the pre-plan, the content, where do we get ideas? Where do you get your ideas from?
Okay, so this is something that's so good. If you go on Instagram, if you go to Pinterest and you type in, hold on, I sent one in my team chat like a while ago, so it's going to be lost in there. But if you go to content ideas on Instagram. Okay. Oh, here it is. So if you literally go to, why do I keep saying Instagram? Go to Pinterest, type in content ideas. Okay. And this is going to show you, it has 70 content ideas right here. All gone. And then the best thing is, if you keep scrolling, there's more. And the more you post, the easier this gets, because you're just like, you're so used to it, and you're going to find, what do people love to see? Do some analysis on your Instagram too, as you start getting more consistent with it. When I post, let's just say, like, for example, today's my anniversary with my husband, but people are going to like the post that I put up about me. They love when they see my husband, because he's never really there. Like, he's never like, I never put him on my story. My husband is the opposite of me. He's so shy and he's quiet. So when I put him somewhere, I know my Instagram gets a lot of attention, because they're like, oh my gosh, there he is, the mysterious man. But when I also post really cute pictures of my kids, I also get a lot of attention. So you'll see, like, when you post about certain things, maybe when you give a tip, people are going to like that more. And so start paying attention to how much engagement your posts get on what you're talking about, and then start leaning more towards that. Use this as a guide to get it going, and then pay attention to what's really getting hits, and then do more of the hit stuff to get more people to see your profile. Because when you get more likes, more engagement, Instagram's going to put you on the discover page, which more people will see you, and so on and so forth.
Awesome.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
Yeah, and Brandy, I found what she was talking about, and I shared the link and the image in my team chat. So that's in there if you guys want to grab it. You don't have to go search for it. Okay, awesome. This was so good and so helpful. We are ready to go crush Instagram. I appreciate you so much, and especially doing this on your anniversary. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much for giving us this time. Love you, girl. And let us know if I can, Mike or I could ever repay the favor.
Absolutely. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, guys. So, let's go into.
I will say, like, this, she did not look like she's a mother of two. Like, she was like, her energy level was like, I really wanted to ask her, like, what does she take? Like, what does she drink? Because I just want to be like this at 8 o'clock at night. Like, I just want to I can't.
Yeah, she's got a great energy
I want
level
to know
for sure.
what she does. What is she taking? I think that's.
It's called total freedom. She makes a lot of money and loves her life, and that gives you energy, right? Like, you have nothing to be down about. So I know there was a question on here that I knew I could answer, so I didn't ask, but it was asking about the 1,000 followers on TikTok. So if you guys, we could do a quick refresher on TikTok, but in order to go live on TikTok and to be able to put your link on TikTok. So if you go to my TikTok page or Katie's TikTok page, we have our links, like our Linktree links in our bios. You cannot put those on there until you get to 1,000 followers. So that's why it's important to get
What's
to
a good
1,000
way to
followers.
get to 1,000 followers? Like, what do we do?
So
I know she said content consistency.
Well, so the way I did it, and Anton, this might not help you as much, but the way I did it is there's a lot of like mom follow trains on TikTok, and there's a lot that aren't moms. They're just like follow trains. And so
I was going to say, if I have to show anything, I'll show, but you're not recording
I'm
anymore.
going to mute you out.
I can say shit now. I'm not recording anymore.
There's people on here that don't know you yet. So we gotta give them the disclaimer. So if you search in TikTok, if you search follow train, it'll pull up videos that have what I'm talking about. See, follow train's got heard at 1,800. So if you go search follow trains, what it is, and if you go to my page, I've done a couple of them so you can see how they work, but you comment whatever it tells you to comment. Then everybody who likes your comment on TikTok, then you have to go follow them. And so after I comment on a follow train, I go through and like as many as I can, as many comments, because those people have to follow you back. So that is how I got to 1,000.
Wait, I'm sorry, one more time. So I click on the video that said #follow train, and then you like every single person. You follow every single person.
So look, let me find the one I just did another one recently. Maybe it wasn't as recent as I thought. Hold on. So was it this one? No. I did a mom follow party.
There are specific people that
Party.
you
If you're not
follow.
already, follow me and I'll follow you back. Then go to the comments, comment where you live and how many kids you have. Anybody that puts a heart next to your comment, you go in and follow them, and they'll follow you back. And before you know it, you have a bunch of cool new mom friends. Don't forget to share.
So that's a mom one, right? So I have 71 comments on that video. So people commented and then people liked their comments. Everybody that likes your comment, you have to go follow. So if you go to one of these, you like everybody else's comments and they'll follow you.
Oh, okay. So
see
you
what I'm
go
saying?
onto the comments and like, and then they'll follow you back. Oh, I see. Okay, so
So
how
that's
often,
a
like,
great way.
how often
That's a
should you
great way
do
to
it?
grow. It's a great way to do it. And like Misty just said, I did one video about praising Jesus and gained 600 followers in 2 days. So then Nia's saying my youngest son Ethan has 30,000 views and 3,000 followers in 6 days when he used that. So the thing about TikTok, like Katie was saying, TikTok is so random. Like Instagram, she just gave us some really good tips. I don't engage on Instagram. And that's probably my biggest problem. I don't engage. I throw something up. I'm fairly consistent in my posting, but I don't interact with people. I focus too much of my energy on Facebook. So that is going to be my homework. I'm going to start. While she was talking, I was engaging on Instagram accounts. So I'm going to sit down and start trying to make sure I engage. And I think that will get my following up, my stories, etc. TikTok, there's no real rhyme or reason. I know that you want to do 3 to 5 videos every day. And so for me, I don't know how many of you are like this, but drop a 1 if you agree with what I'm about to say. If I have to post and engage on Instagram, and then I have to do it on Facebook, and then I have to post 3 to 5 videos a day on TikTok, I'm like, I freeze. I'm like, that is way too much for me to do. It's so much, right? So what I do is I will post, typically I'll post what I post on Facebook on Instagram. So I can keep those platforms very similar. So, I'm very consistent in my stories and I do a lot of like, you guys, most of you know me, I'm loud and passionate and can sometimes be controversial and I'll talk about random stuff. And so I try for the most part to put those in my stories, but then so people know to go look for that content in my stories, but then I slip in my product stuff in between. So if you like memes or there's something you post, funny pictures, whatever, post them in your stories and then slip your It Works stuff in between. And that will help your story views go up. For TikTok, I have recently started doing a bunch of drafts. So I have all these drafts, like Anya and I did like 6 videos today in like a few minutes. And so that gives me those days where I'm like, I don't want to do a video because I don't know. Also, if you're like me, drop a 2 in the comments. There's some days where I'm like feeling good. I'm doing pictures. I'm doing videos. The next day, I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody and I do not want to take a picture, nor do I want to be on a video. Like I have to muster all of my strength to even do my coffee video in the morning, right? So that's where I'll go back. If I'm having a day where I'm like, I do not feel like talking to someone in the morning before I've even drank my coffee, I will go back to an old coffee TikTok and I'll save it like I taught in that training, which I'll go over again real quick. I'll save that and I'll post that in my stories. And that'll be my morning view on my morning coffee chat where I don't have to go live in my stories and talk to anybody. TikTok is so random that you don't ever know what you're going to get. You don't know what's going to stick. You don't know what's going to take off. I mean, I did a video of Mike like failing miserably at throwing a baseball at a carnival and it's got like 40,000 views. Like I didn't think that was going to get a bunch of views. So TikTok is so random. So my advice on that is when you're feeling yourself, like Katie was saying, do a bunch of different TikToks and save them in your drafts. I've been doing recipe ones. So I just did a really quick, I was making like a cucumber salad. I really quick did a 10-second video that I can post as a recipe video tomorrow, because I did a kale video, I think, this morning. So try to do those little things. If you're really not feeling TikTok, do pictures. You can do TikTok videos with pictures and add music, and you don't have to be in front of the camera being silly. So the tip, I'm going to read the chat. The tip for saving a picture, if you don't know how to do this,
Tell me you've given birth without.
so if you go to the 3 arrows, the 3 little dots, and you click that on your TikTok, it'll say save as a live photo, and you click save as a live photo, then that will save it to your camera roll as a live photo. Then you go, and this is for Apple, users. I'm not sure how this works with Droid. You have to try it. Then you go into your camera, you go into your photo that's saved as a live photo, and you would hit this little arrow button like you're going to send it to someone, like text it, and you would scroll down and you would go save as video. And that saves your TikTok to your phone without that big TikTok logo on the top. So that's the best way to then use it on other social media outlets. There's only a teeny tiny little TikTok emblem in the bottom right-hand corner. So that's the way to kind of use it across different platforms. Stephanie said, I've gotten 10.8 thousand likes and 3,300 followers in 60 days. That's amazing. And she did a video praising God that got 4,100 views. That's incredible. So here's the thing, whatever it is that you're passionate about, I know Misty does a lot of praise type TikToks. I've been doing some of them recently. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, talk about it. You guys know that most of you that follow me know that I'll never shut up about medical freedom. So I do some TikToks about that. I love to cook. Mike and I wrote a cookbook several years ago. So I do recipe ones. They take off. Reels and TikToks about food take off. So they can be literally so simple. While you're cooking, just do little short clips of recipes. You can look at my TikTok to see how I do them. Elizabeth, I don't know if she's on here. Elizabeth does a lot of TikToks about her cat, and she gets a ton of views about her cat. So it literally can be the most random things, just that someone sees value in. I mean, I like to do TikToks talking about my affirmations, and people love those. So when you do your affirmations in the morning, do a quick video and share a few of your affirmations. People love that. So anything inspiring, anything positive, anything that gives them value is the way to do TikTok. As for, what's going to take off, that's what's so random about TikTok is you just don't know. Like you can have a worship video that gets 40,000 views, and then you can do another one 2 days later that gets 100 views. You just never know with TikTok. I have learned, and I shared this on the TikTok training I did, if you do sounds, let me just do a quick video so I can show you. All right, there's a video. Me talking. All right, so if you go to sounds and you're gonna add sound to your TikTok, if you click this little search icon, it says TikTok viral. And those are supposed to be the top viral videos. Now it's been the same videos for like 2 or 3 weeks or longer. So I don't know exactly how that changes. And a lot of them, there's a new one in there. There's actually a couple new ones. It must've changed today. So if you use those are the videos the sounds that TikTok is trying to push out for whatever reason. So that's supposed to help you get more views on your TikTok. So instead of just going, when you hit sounds, instead of just choosing one of these down at the bottom, search and go to viral. Another tip that I was given, and I've started doing this, is if you use your voice and put music quietly behind it, that is also supposed to help you gain views and go viral. So I did one a couple weeks ago with a package of baby wipes, and I was cleaning. I mean, raise your hand how many moms we have on here. How many of you cleaned your house with baby wipes before? Like, if you've never done that, you're not really a mom. Let's be real. If you've never like cleaned a stain out of your clothes or wiped something down in your house with baby wipes. So I did a TikTok saying that. I was holding the baby wipes, and I'm like, all right, y'all, like, how many of you have ever cleaned your house with baby wipes? Because you're not really a mom if you've never cleaned your house with baby wipes. And I put just real quiet music behind it. So you want to find things like that people are going to want to use that sound and do their own videos, right? So the way that you do that too is, I'm going to pick this sound. It's like SpongeBob or something. So I'm going to pick a sound, and you can hear me talking in the back, right? So if you go down to volume, I'm going to turn this down. If you go to volume at the bottom, that's where the original sound is your voice and the added sound is the music, and you can adjust those levels and make your added sound quieter so you can hear your voice. So definitely play around with it. TikTok is addicting. I just saw that in the chat. That is probably the hardest part about TikTok, is not getting caught up in scrolling, because it's so easy. You'll start scrolling and then you're like, oh my God, 20 minutes went by and I lost those 20 minutes and I feel dumb right now because I just got nothing out of that. So you really have to be careful on that. Mike actually snaps me out of that. He'll be like, are you scrolling on TikTok again? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I didn't even realize I was doing it. My TikTok name, I think it's just my first and last name, but I don't know. Hold on. Oh no, it's Be Bright CLE. Let me put that. If it'll let me type. Okay, that's my name on TikTok. Yeah, see, everyone gets Dolores. Dolores, you got called out. Does anyone have any questions about any of that? Nope. Okay. All right, so that was what I had for you tonight. Really just going over social media and trying to give you guys the best tools to grow your social media. You know, getting to 1,000 followers, putting your link tree in your TikTok, putting your link tree in your Instagram, because then you can say, fill out the app in my bio. And then directing people. Oh, that's the other thing. I have the follow message that I send to everybody that follows me on TikTok. Have you guys all seen that? Or is there some of you that have not, you don't know what I'm talking about? I'm going to assume that there's people that don't know what I'm talking about. Don't know. Okay. And is there anyone on my team? If I send it in the team chat, you can share it, because I'm not on my phone. You can share it in this chat.
Don't even share it. I'll just post it. I have it saved on my boards.
Okay, perfect. So guys, every single person that follows me on TikTok, and I'm going to start doing this on Instagram. I just haven't yet. We're in the middle of trying to move. Every single person that follows me on TikTok, this message that Monica's going to send you in the chat, I send this to everybody. So like right now, there she put it. You know, I'm caught up. I don't have any new followers. I literally go through and like 2 or 3 times a day, I'll get caught up if I have a bunch of followers that day, and I'll send them all this message. And I've had people fill out the app without even seeing one of my videos, just from this message. Or I'll have people that will go engage in my videos from this message and then come back and ask me questions. So literally every person. And because I put on there, I'll read it out loud. My thing says, hi, thanks for the follow. I look forward to getting to know you. Please take a minute and watch a few of my videos all the way through and comment. I will do that. Oh, you know what, Monica, I actually changed this a little since the last time. I'll tell you what I changed. I'll do the same back for you. Also, feel free to connect with me on Instagram. This was Misty's at Misty Lynn, or Facebook. If you're interested in earning an extra income from home, please fill out the application in my bio. So I've had people message me back and be like, oh my gosh, girl, that's so nice of you. Thank you. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad you thought I was nice. I'm trying to recruit you. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's great. I'm getting new followers on Instagram. I'm getting new followers on Facebook. So that really helps. What I added to it, it now says, please take a minute and watch a few of my videos all the way through and comment. Make sure you tap the screen multiple times to super like and click the copy link. Let me know when you are done and I'll do the same back for you. So something so simple, I just realized I had a typo in that message and I've been sending it to everybody. Something so simple as that has really made a big difference for me. And if you're using a text replacement like Wordboard or Boards, literally I just have to go into TikTok and push a button to send that out to everybody. I don't have to copy or paste or even think. Repeat it again. Hold on, let me send it in my team chat and I'll have somebody share it. If somebody can grab that and post it in there so you can get the updated one. I actually changed this and added more to it when another Instagram or another It Works TikTok person and I were talking and I saw what they put on there. So I kind of married the two of them together. So that is, Monica, I see that you saw it. There we go. Thank you, Monica. So that's the one I'm using, the bottom one. And you can do that, like I said, on Instagram. You could do that on Facebook. You know, anytime you get a new friend request. Someone was asking the other night about, I think it was Amanda, saying, oh, I friend requested someone and they asked me how they knew me and I don't know them. What do I say? You could get in a habit of sending this when you do the random friend requests. And it's just kind of an introduction and then it's not so weird. So you could play around with that. Anyone have anything they want to share or add or any questions? No?
Linda, I'm leaving this party. I always feel stupid leaving early.
You're
Oh my
fine. You're
God.
good. I'm glad you were
Okay.
here.
Yes, always a pleasure. I will not say anything bad because I'm still new to some people. Tell people about me. I'm sick of censoring myself. If I want to say things, I would like to say them. So when I leave, tell people about me so I can just be me, myself, and I free.
We will talk about you after you exit, for sure.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that would be great.
We love you. Have a good night.
Okay, love you. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye. So,
Bye, Anton.
bye, Anton. Anton is a fashion designer. He's a longtime friend of mine, and he is fabulously himself, and he has no filter. So there is my disclaimer. If you're ever on here, we don't ever know what's going to come out of Anton's mouth. Sometimes I have to hit the mute button really quick. So I always try to give you guys a disclaimer. He's amazing. He's a great friend. He is like our team mascot, but sometimes you can't take him in public. All right, guys. So if nobody has any more questions, we'll jump off here. And so we do, if you're not normally on this, we do this every Wednesday, 8 p.m. My trainings are more of an open forum where I want to hear what you guys need help with, what is working, what is not, what questions you have. If there's a topic that you would like to learn more about, please feel free to message me. I always can work it into the training. So if there's ever anything, or if you need a refresher on anything we talked about, I want Wednesday nights to really be your guys' platform to help you grow your business the best way possible. Okay. All right, guys, have a good night and we will see you guys soon. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. This is recorded, so I'll get you guys a recording.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Brandy.
You're
Bye.
welcome, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Brandy.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.